So, good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
Good afternoon, Chandan. Call me Rupal, don't call me ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also good. I'm so happy to meeting with you today.
Thank you so much. I'm happy as well.
Okay. So we are meeting first time. So I would like to know a little bit about you, ma'am.
Sure, not a problem. So, hi Chandan, everyone. My name is Rupal. I'm a high school English teacher and part-time content creator. I have a channel with the name Rupal's English Corner where I make videos related to English language learning. I teach grammar, conversational videos, vocab, and everything that is related to English. I was born and raised in central India, Madhya Pradesh, Sihor, which is famous for its wheat production and religious places. So that's all about me. Very brief introduction.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, so
Is it possible? Can I have your introduction as well?
yeah, sure. So this is Chandan here. I live in Bihar state. Professionally, I'm a teacher in a primary school. If I talk about my interests, so I love to interact with new personalities and traveling different places. It is a part of my hobbies. That's all.
So, are you a government teacher?
No, private.
Okay. Like, what do you like about your job?
Like helping my students. It is
Okay.
a it is my favorite part you can consider in job.
Okay, nice. So, are you planning to go for a government job or maybe looking forward to be a government teacher or something like that? Or is planning to switch professions or something like that?
Not yet. I want to switch myself because becoming government teacher it's a time-taking process, I would say,
Yeah,
and I do
actually.
not want to invest my time over there. So I just want to experience much more in this profession by private way.
Okay, not just time, but it is, it will take a toll on your mind as well because all the things, those opportunities, those vacancies, that competition, and that gap of, years and years passing and you not being able because even if you start preparing and you keep on preparing and you see that after 2 years, there is no conclusion to that and no vacancies. So you feel like you start losing hope.
Yeah,
Though I'll
it's
always
obvious thing.
suggest and I'll wish the best for you that you become one of the best in your fields.
Thank you, ma'am. It means a lot to me, really. And as you mentioned about losing your hope by doing this, the preparations for 2 years and 3 and 4 years. So especially in this time, the people are not too much, patience. They do not have patience level for waiting, to their success. No. So it's better to just engage yourself into some other things where you can achieve.
No, truly, but sometimes what I feel is even if we keep some patience and we are patient with the thing and we hope for the best, people around us cannot see that. I have seen this thing very well. You will get a sort of pressure from all the corners that a job, a government job. Because when I talk about teaching, both of us are teachers, so we can like highly relate what is the condition of teachers in private institutes these days. So most of the private institutes are actually exploiting teachers. When it comes to workload, it's immense. Okay, and when it comes to pay scale, it's so meager that I cannot believe that why India is still treating teaching as a noble profession when you are actually not doing it on the ground level. Okay, and they do not even want to check and see the eligibility, the growth, and like people like you are teaching in a school, and I can expect that at least they should be doing justice to your knowledge, justice to your qualification. They should, but that is not happening anywhere around.
Yeah.
What's your take on this?
What I personally consider, ma'am, like taking as a job, being a teacher, it has become the part of their day-to-day life, I would say. So whether they are getting, that much, progress into this or not, it doesn't matter. But they have to optimize, negotiate with their situations, right? So somewhere we all are doing the same thing in our life, right? This is my, yeah,
Not a problem. See, the things are we all think differently. and every point is valid totally. But the thing is, I am not anyway. The thing is that we often think that it is not important, but everything is important. When we become a teacher, we know our prime duty is to help our students, to be there for them. The best we can do is to be with our students. Okay, our motive would be this only, to help our students, to be there for
Yes,
them. But then you also need to live your life, pay your bills. Okay, that is one important thing that I sometimes think, that we also need to pay our bills.
you're right, ma'am. Somewhere, I think we are the human being and we have also some expectation in life as well, right? To come to making come to each desires. But if we are having less, benefit, right? So it would be very difficult to come to, right? I
And
know helping it's another nature of the human, and we can consider as a humanity, you can say, because most of the students coming from different backgrounds, and they would be depending totally on us, right? So we have to treating as a family, as a family. Yes, hello.
yeah, apologies. So one thing, I am actually not asking for a lot. I am just pointing this out, that teaching as a profession should be justified. Okay, it should, it's a noble profession. You are helping the students, you are educating them, you are building. Okay, and they are building themselves among, with you, alongside. Okay, but that one thing that we really need to understand, that we also have to grow with them. Our growth is, like, actually, needed.
Yeah, very imperative. Yeah, you're right, ma'am.
Absolutely imperative, yeah.
So because if we are going to, grow according to time and like situation, so we would be as a great navigator for upcoming generation as well, right? I think we can provide great strategy and facilities to the students who are coming from an rural place where they couldn't find such a great guidance to any teachers,
Absolutely, because we
right?
come from a place where we couldn't get enough guidance. So we always, look through that we need to provide our students the guidance, the support that we never got. So
Yes,
I always had that one thing in mind when I was, becoming a teacher, or I was in the process, or in the transition of being a service teacher to actually full-time teacher, that I want to be a teacher whom I wanted when I was young. Okay, so I always had this one thing in my mind. And when I talk about teaching, it is not just like regular job. It is more about emotional, mental, physical, academics. It is about everything all at once. Okay, you have invested yourself in all ways. Okay,
yes,
all the possible ways you have invested yourself in that job.
yeah. Somewhere you have to attach with the student
True,
by knowing their internal, I mean, natures, right? What is
true.
going on exact
Yeah.
in their mind, so that you can navigate right way, right? Then you can nurturing them, right?
Yes, we can nurture them only after we know them properly. True. And students
Yes,
are coming from different backgrounds, they have different life stories, and then you have to keep them all together while not being distinctive with anyone.
yes, you're right. Because changing the nature of the students a little difficult for the teacher, because you have to perceive exact quality, exact the nature of your student, and you have to keep on eye each action of your student. Accordingly, you have to work. Most of the teachers have apply strict, natures towards their students, so that so that
That's
they can,
horrible
navigate
sometimes.
students,
Actually,
right?
that's horrible
But
sometimes, because I have been, with such teachers as well. Okay, even though you might have a lot of experience, the teachers, we are talking about right now, who are very strict, students find it very difficult to approach them and communicate with them, or even connect with them. Okay,
yes,
I had a word with many of my students who often tell me that, ma'am, it becomes really difficult sometimes to connect with that particular teacher, even though she teaches well, but we cannot approach her, or we cannot approach him. So it becomes difficult for the students to, have a sustainable approach.
yeah, you're right, ma'am. And that's the reason, perceiving to the student's nature, you have to be humble and kind,
Absolutely.
really.
And absolutely, because in today's generation, students are going through a lot. Even if we try to sideline it for a while, but we always need to keep this in our mind. If you feel like sidelining it in the school, or at the school level, but we should always know that students are going through a lot in their life already. you know. Things are not
Yes.
as simple, though things were not simple at our times as well when we were in school, but things are not yet simple. We have a lot of, like we have this rat race, we call it. Okay.
Yeah.
And this thing, internet is taking the world by storm. you know People are indulging in all kind of negative, positive energies, and all kind of actions. Students are being there, to
Of course,
like
ma'am.
to guide them, to take them in a way that they don't harm themselves or others is a big thing. And this is our responsibility, I would say. Teachers are responsible because parents do expect us, okay, that ma'am, you really need to focus on a student, or like what, or a child, because he has been doing certain things. So we have to sit down with them, we have to counsel them. So one thing, that this arrogance or strictness won't take a student teacher relationship far. Okay.
Yes.
You have to be generous with them sometimes.
Of course, ma'am. Your kindness can change their mentality towards you,
Absolutely. And
right?
sensitivity, absolutely. Very nice point. And sensitivity is one most important trait a teacher should have, I feel. If you cannot feel sensitized towards them, with all those little big things, they will be affected and you will be as well.
Yes. Because somewhere you would be you are being disturbed from inside towards any particular student, right?
Yes.
So we have to understand, okay, the student's nature and accordingly we have to perform. Okay, ma'am. So I have another question. Like, what is your goals?
What are my goals?
Yes.
If I put it simply, my goals are to be in the teaching line. I'm not sure if I'll be continuing my school teaching or not, but I would be a teacher for sure, because that comes from my heart. Even if I teach on YouTube, online, even if I take online classes, or if I pursue school teaching also, and maybe in future with God's grace and opportunities, I would pursue college, like professorship as well. So I would always be associated with teaching only.
Yeah,
And
that's a
my
great.
goals are to be my goals are to be at peace with myself, be happy, enjoy all the little things, and keep doing my job.
Wow, that's great, ma'am. So I have one question again. By keeping yourself quite peaceful in your day-to-day life, what do you do? Because it's very difficult, you know.
For keeping myself peaceful.
Yes, peaceful, yes. What do you do? It's very
I'll
difficult.
tell you, absolutely very difficult, because the world doesn't know what you're going through. You know, things are always okay, things are always hunky dory on the surface, but that is not how everything goes. So, for keeping myself at peace, I'll tell you over the time what I have understood, that I had, like developed immense faith in God.
Wow.
Okay, so I won't say that I was always like this, but immense faith is directly, connected and related to the energy he provides. Okay. I don't know, people have different beliefs about God. Some people are actually worshiping, like everything they look at, because this is what faith is. If you will tell somebody that's a stone, and if they don't have faith, they will always call it a stone. And if somebody has faith, they will always see it as God. Okay, so this is the difference, because if you have developed faith in him, or
Yes.
in the energies he provide, then you will. So one thing that has really really helped me is to connect with God, with the supreme power that has given me peace over time. Because when things were like going downhill, and I had nobody to look up to, and I had nothing to do, actually, that one thing I always did was to sit and just talk. Even if people think that, what do you even feel? Okay, but I have felt certain kind of, I would say, warmth when I talk to him. So I feel I'm protected, and I have somebody's embrace with me.
Of course, ma'am. And somewhere it is a great strategy to giving you relief from inside and surety, like everything is okay, okay, okay,
True.
okay, right? Because believing is everything, you know, to sustain yourself at an unpredictable situation of your life.
Yes.
Somewhere we have to need someone, but having self alone at particular situations where you have to consider something specific, and in that situation engaging yourself with the spiritual things, it's give you different kinds of courage and motivations. Like, don't worry, somewhere you are going to alive, you are creating some hope from your inside,
True.
like everything would be good at
Yes.
certain
Yes.
situations, right?
Yes. Absolutely. So you
I
are
also consider.
you also consider, and this one thing that we often mix religious practices and spirituality, which is completely different. Okay. You are not here when you follow some sort of spirituality. You are not forced or binded by anything. Okay, you follow your own energy, your own guidance, what has been coming to you, and you walk on that path. And
Yes.
the other thing I enjoy when I want to be at peace is I would rather, because I would enjoy doing something in my leisure time like swimming or cooking.
So
For time being, when I'm going for a swim session or cooking a meal, for time being, for those 1 hour, for that 1 hour, I would be at peace with myself that okay, I'm doing something productive. I'm
of
doing
course.
something for my body, for my heart, for my peace. So that is one thing.
Yeah, I think, and I would say like you're a quite introvert person. I would say like you do not interest to be in the crowd of the people, right, and sharing your thoughts. You believe to analyze yourself and what's happening surrounding you. You are trying to learn something from, but according to your convenience, your understanding, like what things makes me comfort, you believe to do this, right?
True. And I just wanted to know from you that what is your idea of peace?
My idea, which things makes me so comfort. Like still I'm talking to you. So I'm going to learn a lot of things from you. And that
Yeah,
things
yeah,
I can't learn from school or from any teachers. So
absolutely.
that makes me so much peaceful because I'm going to have the satisfaction. I'm going to learn something unique than others.
True. Absolutely. Beautiful approach, like wonderful, something, because when you talk to people, you get to know their life stories, you get to know so much from them, and you absolutely come to, like ultimately, you come to a conclusion that, okay, I had a different approach, a perspective to this thing, and this person has a completely different perspective to this thing. And how still we are living under the same stars and the same sun and doing all different things, but we are coming together and talking and even helping out everyone around.
Yes. By interacting, you are going to learn the new ways of, making yourself stable,
True.
right? And it will help you, to boost your excitement as well from inside towards any matters. Right. Most of the people are being confused. What should I do? But after meeting with the new personalities, we are going to learn, oh my God, whatever the hurdle we are facing for a long time, this is nothing than these people life. Right. And
So,
I think this is the better source of, developing your confidence level and becoming so mature in your life. Right. What I
so
personally consider
I would
having,
actually, I
yeah,
would, you are very mature. That is what I feel, because talking to you feels like I'm talking to a very mature person right now. And maturity has become such an underrated thing these days that whenever I talk to somebody who is enough mature, then I feel I am doing the very right thing right now. So this conversation was much needed. So,
yeah,
by the way, Chindan, when did you complete your education?
I think in in 2018,
2018.
18 years.
Okay, nice, nice. So you are like properly from Bihar, born and raised there?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
nice.
ma'am.
Okay, Chandan. So I hope we'll meeting next time also.
How much time we have talked? Ma'am, let's should be connect, I mean, let's should be complete 30 minutes at least.
Sure, sure, not a
Okay.
problem, not a problem. Anything, if you have a question, anything you want to know, anything you want to. When did you start your English journey? And what actually made you start your English journey?
Okay. Actually, ma'am, I started 2 years back, and what made me, engaged myself into this because, actually, in that situation, 2 years back, I used to meet multiple person who are coming from rural place, and he was talking with a foreigner. So that situation made me okay to just to take some actions towards this. I consider if I would be learn this language, so I would also get the chance of connecting with this person because I'm also coming rural place, so it would be quite exciting for me. Okay,
Were you fascinated by the native English speakers?
yes, and I talked. I had a couple of conversations with American, British, many personalities who are coming from different countries as well.
Thank you for having me here. After talking to so many native English speakers, I'm glad I'm talking to you.
Of course, ma'am. You can consider like usually we are receiving the Cambly application, right, where you are going to find multiple person. So
Okay.
I took multiple conversations with these kinds of personalities, and really that was quite tremendous for me for grasping the new experience.
So
And
you have taken a subscription?
no, I couldn't take any subscriptions. That was free at cost.
Okay, at Cambly?
Yeah, Camly application 2 year back. Uh, that application was providing us a free demo.
Oh, nice. Okay, very nice, very nice.
Yes, yes. So I took benefit from that. I got experience. That was quite amazing, really. Whenever I talk to any person, so I feel yeah, I have really something done. So today I'm doing well.
So, what improvements do you see in yourself over the year? Like, if we talk about the time you're talking about when you started, it was 2 years ago. You started 2 years ago, and now you're sitting here and you're quite fluent. So, what are the improvements? What are the areas, specifications you have seen improving yourself in?
First improvement, I would say understanding, perceiving the human statement, whatever they
That's
are.
very important. Comprehending, understanding the human emotions and state of mind is very important. Even we are having a conversation, and if we are not being able to understand each other's state of mind, I'm not saying you have to like dive deep into it. I'm just saying that even if you do not see them as a human, as a human emotion, that you won't be able to connect with them. So that is
Yeah.
very important.
So what I personally consider, what I learned during this period of time, how to understand humans, natures, their emotions, how to detect exactly what they are trying to say us.
True.
Whether they are completely mentioning their opinions about any matter, it doesn't matter. But this is my responsibility to grasp their all entire statement regarding any matter. So this is called communication, you can say, and yeah, I develop confidence level as well.
Very nice. Yeah, I can actually, that's quite, evident from your speech and from your clarity and the vocab you use, because for the past 20 minutes or 25 minutes we are having a conversation, and I must say that I have been hearing words from you that are very fresh. Okay. And now when
Thank,
you are saying that we have to be acceptable, so one thing, as teachers we should come forward, we should come forward as non-judgmental and more accepting, even no matter where they have started. But I know that this person is trying to improve, okay, and they are trying to rebuild themselves. So that one thing is what makes me feel so good about talking to people on YouTube. They are non-judgmental, most of them are, and they're always paying attention and heed to things that you need to learn. You can talk to me, just learn this thing. I have learned
of,
from many people on YouTube.
of course, ma'am. And what I personally consider, I'm not learning about how to speak with the people only through this language. I'm going to learn a lot of things. And that
Yes,
is a very consecutive for your life development and having the better growth in your upcoming time. Right? Because we are going to prepare self for upcoming generation, not
yeah.
only for self. So I believe to acquiring more and more knowledge so that I
That's
can,
absolutely, that's a sort of mandation that you have to upskill yourself all the time. We cannot, even if we are teachers, we have to upskill ourselves. We have to upgrade ourselves with all the new technologies and AI. Though it is also taking, it's like, game changer. AI is a game changer. So we have to take it as, and take it as an augmented thing. That okay, it is making our life better. You know everything. So that is what I feel. So we have to upgrade ourselves with all the things around.
of course, ma'am. And acceptance is the way of to move on
True,
more and more,
true,
right? From your
absolutely
all anxiety and complications.
true, true, absolutely. Okay, Chandan. So I'll take, and then we'll wrap this session if you are okay with it now.
Sure, ma'am.
It was so nice talking to you.
Yeah, me too, ma'am. You are so positive person, little sensitive, what I observe. Mhm. But yeah, it was really amazing, an amazing conversation. And
Same
I'm
here.
looking forward again. We have discussion
Absolutely.
again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sure. Okay, Chandan, thank you so much. Please send me the
Okay, ma'am.
recording, okay?
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Bye bye, ma'am.